the HiLux Heroes. That's what Toyota has labelled its 3 new models that have been added to the top of its dual cab ute range. And that thinking makes sense because the Rogue, the Rugged and the Rugged X are all here to fight against the evil that is every other ute in the segment. Hey, Toyota needs to maintain its spot as the best-selling ute, let alone the best-selling vehicle in the country. So, what are the superpowers that these new HiLux Heroes possess? Here's a bit of a breakdown. The Rugged model opens the range with the choice of manual and automatic versions. It's based on the SR model and comes with a heavy-duty bull bar, snorkel, rock rails, sports bar, and a hardcore rear bar with recovery hooks. You also get decals and 17-inch wheels. The Rugged X model is more hardcore again, with a hoopless steel bull bar, integrated light bar and driving lights, plus the same rear changes and a tub protector. There are changes inside, but we'll get to those later. Manual and automatic models are available. The Rogue offers quite a different approach. It's automatic only and aimed at city buyers. It gets a restyled bluff front end design with a prominent grille and sports 18-inch wheels. It has regular side steps, while at the rear the big Toyota sticker has been deleted. There's the same sports bar, but it also gets a dust-sealed hardcover. What's inside? We'll show you later on. Unlike some competitor flagship utes, the 3 new HiLux models have seen no major mechanical changes. They're still powered by a 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel, and in the Rugged models you can still get a manual or an automatic, but the Rogue is automatic only. Only the models with bull bars have seen changes to their front suspension to deal with the extra weight of the bar itself and the underbody cladding. But there's been no changes to the steering and no changes to the brakes. But they are all still 4-wheel drive, and we're out here in the outback, as you can probably tell by the flies. So we may as well take it for a drive. But spoiler alert, it drives just like any other HiLux. In fact, it's pretty much identical to every other dual cab HiLux I've driven before, and I guess perhaps you could see that as the main disappointment with these models. I mean, when you're fighting against vehicles in the high-end ranks like the Volkswagen Amarok with its big V6 engine, or that new Ford Ranger Raptor with its high-tech turbocharged drivetrain, or even the new Mercedes X-Class which gets a V6 later this year. It would have just been cool for Toyota to add something a little bit more special to these top-end models. If Toyota's worried about whether customers would be willing to spend up on a high-end engine, then I don't think they should be. Buyers in this section of the ute market seem to have bottomless pockets. But let's get back to the matter at hand. This vehicle has the same 2.8 litre turbo diesel drivetrain, which isn't a powerhouse, but it offers enough punch for pretty much anyone's needs in the ute segment. The 6-speed automatic transmission in the vehicle I'm driving is pretty good, mostly refined at higher speeds. At low speeds it can be a little bit twitchy between gears, and you do have to watch the grade braking when you're going down hills at low speeds because it can be quite aggressive. The steering is decent, it offers pretty good feel through the wheel, and it doesn't require too many turns lock to lock, and that means less hard work at low speeds. Yeah, it's fine. The ride is firmer than some of its competitors, but as I've found in the past, chuck a few kilos in the tray and things settle down quite considerably. Just be careful how many kilos, because the payloads of these new high-spec models have been decreased because of all the extra equipment. You can check out our full review for all the details on that. I also drove the Rogue model, which seemed a little more terse on the road thanks to its larger wheels, but it weighs less than the other versions too. It's bound to appeal to city buyers, but that bluff front end makes it very capable when the going gets tough as well. Of course we did some off-roading, this time in the Rugged model, with the HiLux dealing very well with low-range crawls up and down steep banks. We even got to test out the rock rails on the Rugged, and they're a great addition. Check out the written review for full details on the off-road specs of these new models. But what about the interior? Has anything changed there? If you've sat in the cabin of an SR5 HiLux recently, the Rogue and Rugged X models will feel decidedly familiar to you because not a whole lot has changed. There are new dials in the cluster with black and orange detailing and this lovely dark black headliner, which makes the cabin feel quite cocooned. But cosmetically, that's about it. Otherwise, you get leather seats with electric driver's seat adjustment and heating, which is a nice bonus if you're in a cold area. And the leather is perforated as well, which is the first for HiLux. Now, let's check out the back seat. Space in the rear is just like any other dual cab HiLux. Not terrible, but not terrific either. With the driver's seat set in my position, I'm about 6 foot tall. I've got enough knee room, but toe room is a little bit tight, and 3 across could be a bit of a squeeze. But you also have to watch your head on this, especially if you're going off-road, because that grab handle is quite hard and you don't want to bump your head on that. As for storage, there's a nice flip down armrest with cup holders. You get bottle holders in the back doors and the front, plus you get map pockets and a handy little shopping bag hook. If you've got kids, they'll appreciate that there is rear seat air vents, nice, but you also get ISOFIX child seat anchor points on the outboard seats and 3 top tether straps as well. As for the tray, the Rugged X gets a tub liner with tailgate protection, where the Rogue model gets marine carpet and a lockable hardtop with a light, and it's dust sealed for adventuring. That new sports bar eats into the space between the wheel arches though. So that's that, 3 new HiLux heroes to choose from. There's no doubt that customers will find plenty of value in these newly added models, and I can see why Toyota is putting a lot of focus on the Rugged X. It looks more expensive than it is. Which one would you choose? Let us know in the comments section below.